Hi, Ibrahim. Hello, Sophia. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's live. Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths, and we are going to be talking about percentage revision for today's live lesson. Okay? Hi, Cherise. Okay, we will begin in about 4 minutes time. Okay, we'll begin in 4 minutes time. In the meantime, you can try the questions in the worksheet, and you can type in your answer as well, okay? For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. We are going through percentage revision for today's live lesson. If you want to get the worksheet, please join our Telegram channel. The link is at the top here. Let me zoom it in for you, okay, Jaden? The link is at the top here. You can come on to our Telegram channel to get your hands on our worksheet, okay? All right. If you have tried the first question and you are waiting for an answer, can you help me spam the like button and share this live to your classmates and your friends so that we can all learn together, all right? Hello, Izrin. Okay, thank you for all the likes. I really appreciate it. For those of you who are trying and you want to get your hands on the worksheet, you can join our Telegram channel. The link is at the top right-hand corner, okay? Over here. You can just search MasterMaths PSLE to get your hands on our worksheet. It's completely free. So you can share this with your friends. You can share this with your friends and get them to join in the lesson as well, okay? All right. In the meantime, can you help me type into the chat how you are feeling today? How is our mood for today? Is everybody doing good? Hungry, suffering, oh dear. Feeling funny. Alia is feeling funny today. Oh, why did your teacher scold you? People call you botak in school. Is it because you are really botak? Oh no. Hi Ryan. How are we doing? Hi Jaden. That's great. You're doing good. That's nice. You used to be botak. But what happened now? You got more hair, but people still call you botak? Why? Hello Mary. We will begin in about 2 minutes time, okay? 2 minutes time. Please try the question. For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. We are going through percentage revision today. If you find the questions useful and helpful for you, or if you enjoyed today's live or the past few lives, please share the live with your friends, okay? So that we can all learn together. Okay. Can post the Telegram link in chat. Yes, Alia is going to help us with that, okay? Miss Alia will help us post the Telegram link in the chat on TikTok in a second. Thank you, Alia. Of course, you can do your math homework while waiting. Yeah, sure. All right. Oh, no worries. I do read the chat, of course. Whatever questions you have, you can just post it, okay? All right, shall we begin now? I hope everybody's feeling great. We shall begin in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, for those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira. We are going through percentage revision for today's live lesson. And if you would like to get your hands on our worksheet, you can get it via the Telegram channel. Okay, you can just search for MasterMaths PSLE and it should pop right up. Alright? Okay, so let's start today's live with the very first question. For those of you who have tried, what is your answer? Is it number 2? Some of you wrote number 2 as your answer. Is it number 2, guys? What do we think? I see number 2s. Yes, I do see quite a number of 2s. Anybody who don't agree that it's number 2? For those of you who don't agree that it's number 2, thank you, Jaden, for sharing the channel as well. Really appreciate it. I see 2s, I see 3s, I also see 4. 4 seems to be a very big denominator, right? So let's check, okay? Now this question is very, very common. And it is also a question where a lot of students always make mistakes. So why is that so? Let's discuss this percentage, alright? At the very beginning, I'm going to share with you what percent means, alright? Percent here, this symbol here, I am going to zoom it in so we can see a little bit clearer. This symbol here represents out of 100, agree? So percentage means out of 100, alright? So I'm going to write down out of 100. So this means we are having 0.03 out of 100. Do we understand this? Okay, I'm going to rewrite this again. It is 0.03% given to us. And percent means out of 100. So I will write it as 0.03 out of 100. Okay? Alright so far? Option number 5, got no 5, sorry. All can follow, so 0.03 out of 100. But I don't see that as any of my options, okay? And that is because in a fraction, I cannot have decimal. So I need to get rid of the decimal points. I have 2 decimal places here. Do we know how to get rid of the decimal points? How do we get rid of the decimal point? Fantastic. Gold win, gold rush. Thank you very much for your response. Indeed, to get rid of the decimal points, since we have 2 decimal places, we need to move these to the back twice. 1, 2. Last week, we mentioned moving the decimal point to the right means we are multiplying. If we move it to the right twice, it means we are multiplying by 100. Okay? Of course, I cannot do that to the top and not do it to the bottom. So I need to do it to the bottom as well. Can follow? Okay, so for those of you who are saying it's 3 out of 100, this is not correct because if I multiply 100 to the top, since it's a fraction, we need to multiply it to the bottom as well. Okay, for equivalent fractions, right? So I need to multiply both the top and the bottom by 100, and that leaves me with 3 in the numerator, and 100 times 100 gives us 4 zeros, so that's 10,000 in the denominator. Okay? Can understand so far? So the correct answer is option 4. For those of you who got it, fantastic. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay? Great. If you did not get it at first, I hope you are clearer now. The trick is this, guys. Every time you're going to convert from a percentage to a fraction, you just copy down whatever you see in the front of the symbol. Okay, whatever we see in the front of the symbol, we just copy it down, and then we change the percent symbol into out of 100. Then we do the conversion or the equivalent fractions here, okay, by multiplying this by 100, because I got to get rid of the decimal point. Okay? Understand? Okay, everybody clear? Alright, I'm going to answer the questions in the chat for now. I have a question from a very enthusiastic person asking if we have Sec 1. Okay, I saw your question. We do have Sec 1 revision. And that will happen, it's actually not just Sec 1, but it's the whole of secondary math. It will happen tomorrow with Coach Irfan. Okay, it will happen tomorrow with Coach Irfan at 7:30 p.m. Alright. Okay, do we have any other questions? Okay, I see some people getting it now. That's fantastic. Do we do equivalent fractions? Okay, equivalent fractions, I'm just going to explain what equivalent fractions are for those of you who don't quite understand. Equivalent fractions means I am finding the fractions that have the same value, okay? So for example, if I have a half, the equivalent of this is times 2 times 2, I will get 2 out of 4. Basically, 2 quarters is the same as half. They have the same value, okay? And I can do anything by multiplying the top and the bottom by the same number to get an equivalent fraction. Understand? Okay? Alright, can follow? So basically, equivalent fraction here is basically I just want to find the equivalent value without having the decimal point inside. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. Alright, if you found this useful, can you help me spam the like button, please? Okay. I'm going to answer some more questions, okay? Do we have P3 live lesson? Your sister needs it. We are planning to have one for lower primary P3, P4, but that is still in the discussion phase. Once it is confirmed, we will definitely keep all of you in the loop, okay? Right. For those of you who completely understood and you have the worksheet, you have access to the worksheet, please move on to the next question, okay? Alright, do we have any more questions here? Is this P6? P5 and P6 also can for this lesson, okay? P3 and P4 are usually not included because this is more targeted for PSLE. We may have P3 and P4 live lessons, but nothing is confirmed yet at this point. So once everything is confirmed, we will keep you guys in the loop, okay? I hope that answers some of your questions, both on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, for those of you who have already graduated PSLE long time ago, no worries. Let's all learn together, okay? And thank you for sticking by and joining our live as well. Alright, I'm going to explain this one more time, okay? For those of you who did not catch my explanation, I'm going to explain this one more time. Yes, Arash, I got you. Don't worry. I'm going to explain, okay? Alright, so step 1. When you want to convert a percentage into a fraction, in Latin, percent means out of 100. That's what percent means. So whenever I see 0.03%, I just have to copy down the value I see in front of the symbol and then change this symbol into out of 100. So this is what I have written it as. Okay, Arash, do you understand? Okay, the rest of you can follow. So once more, the percent, I just need to change it into out of 100 because they mean the same thing. And everything in front, I just copy. Okay? The only problem is I need to know how to get rid of the decimal points. I cannot have decimal point inside a fraction. So what do? If I see 2 decimal places, I times 100. But since it's a fraction, I need to do the same for the top and the bottom as well. It has to be fair, okay? So if I multiply the numerator by 100, I got to multiply the denominator by 100 as well. Okay? Alright. If let's say we have, this is just an extension, okay? If let's say we have 0.3 over 100, then to get rid of one decimal point, one decimal place, we just need to times 10. And that will give us 3 over 1,000. Okay? So once more, if there is 2 decimal places, we times 100. 1 decimal place, we times 10. 3 decimal places, we multiply by 1,000. Okay? Alright. Everybody understand so far? If you are clear, can you help me spam the like button, please? And we will move on in 5 seconds, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, let's move on. For those of you interested, I am using Notability. So I hope that answers your question. Alright, let's move on to the second question. Okay, please try this second question. For those of you who just joined, I see our numbers growing. Hi everyone, welcome to today's live lesson with MasterMaths. I am Coach Shahira and we are going through percentage revision, okay? This is applicable to P5 and P6 students, but it may be a little bit new to P5s since at this juncture in January, P5 students have yet to learn percentage. But of course, it's good to know because eventually we will still learn it in possibly around term 2, term 3, thereabouts. Okay? Alright. If you would like to get your hands on our worksheet, once again, they can be found on our Telegram channel. Okay, the Telegram channel, you can just go onto Telegram and search for MasterMaths PSLE. Alright? Okay. Alright. So, for those of you who just joined, let's try this question. If you're not in P5 or P6, if you're in secondary school, if you are already in the working world, okay, please try this question as well. Let's work our brains together and see if we can find the correct answer. This appeared in paper 2 in 2016, so you can use your calculator if you want, okay? So this question says that the number of visitors to a museum was 900 in August, and this was a 20% increase from the number in July. So how many visitors were there in July? Okay, 2-mark question. Paper 2, 2016 PSLE. Let's see if we can get it right. Wow, I see so many correct answers. I'm so happy for you guys. Fantastic. What about our friends on Instagram? Are we able to solve it? For those of you who are parents and you have kids going on to PSLE in the near future, let's try this question and see if we are able to solve it also, okay? So that we can help our children in the future. For those in secondary school, are you able to solve a PSLE question? Let's try. If you can't, I'm going to give you a hint, okay? I'm going to give you a hint. Now, the number of visitors in August, how many percent do you think this would be assigned to? How many percent do you think this would be assigned to? Okay? And then, what about in July? How many percent should we assign the number of visitors in July? What do you guys think? I'm going to share the answer in 2 minutes' time. Okay? In the meantime, can you help me spam the like button? Thank you very, very much. And please remember to share this live with your friends, okay? Okay, share it with your friends so we can all learn together. Okay. Let me have a sip of water first. Then I'm going to share with you a hint, okay? Thank you for sharing the live with your friends. I appreciate it a lot. Alright, so I see some SOS. Okay, so let me share with you how to solve this question. Let me first give you a hint, okay? Now, step 1, what you want to do every time you see a percentage question is to identify the base, the denominator, or the 100%. Okay? Your 100% is sort of like your original. So we got to know which one is our original. It can either be August or it can be July. Which one do you think? What do you think is the 100% here? Any responses? What do you think is the 100% here? Is it August or is it July? Is August the 100% or is July the 100%? This is where a lot of students always make mistakes. Can anybody help me identify the keyword? Let's see if you know how to identify the keyword to help us determine the 100%. There is one keyword, just one word only, that helps us determine the 100%. What is that keyword? Wow, very good. Farshani, is that you? Somebody said from. Okay, only one person got the correct keyword. The keyword is indeed from. The word from tells us that we are referencing July as our original. Do we understand? The word from tells us that we are referencing July as our original, so this would be our base. Okay, therefore, August will get 120%, while July will get 100%. If you are clear, I almost said if you are clear, give me a thumbs up. But I cannot see you guys. Sorry, it's just a class thing that it's a class habit that I have. I'm so sorry. If you are clear, can you help me spam the like button, please? Everybody clear why August is 120, July is 100%? Quite a number of you got it correct. Yeah, very good. Why August 120%? Okay, since we know that July is the base because of the keyword from, right? Means we are referencing July as our original. So why is August 120? Because of the increase. There is a 20% increase. So July 100%, August will be 100 plus another 20. Okay, let me write it down for you guys. So this is 100% plus another 20%. That's why we have 120 in August. Okay. So far so good? All clear so far? Yeah, I see some of you typing in your explanation to some of your peers as well. That's very, very nice. It's a nice community that we have. So if I miss out any questions and you see some people asking questions and you know the answer, please go ahead and explain it to them, okay? It's a very nice community of learners that we have here. Fantastic. All right. Okay, so I know that August is 120%. July is 100%. So all I gotta do is find this 100% based on the 120% that we have. Okay? So 120% is 900. Therefore, I need to go and look for 100%. Since this is paper 2, we can find 1%, but it's not necessary. I can instead find 20%. Divide by 6, so that I can jump to 100% easily. So that's 900 divided by 6 to give us 150. And then 100% would then be 150 times 5 to give us 750. Okay? All right. What country is this? Is that a trend? Every other TikTok video I see also people asking, what country is this? This is Singapore, okay? Alright, so our final answer is option 2. Got it? Hi, Delisha. Okay, why did I divide by 6? Good question. I'm going to explain all the little details here if you have any questions, okay? So the first question is, why is there 20%? Why I want to find 20%? It's because I don't have my calculator with me, and this question may very well be a paper 1 question. In a paper 1 question, I cannot use calculator. So it is going to be so difficult if I cannot use calculator to find 1% because I need to take 900 divided by 6. 900 divided by 120, sorry. If I want to find 1%, I need to take 900 divided by 120. That's very big, too big of a number for me to even do it mentally. So it's going to be very difficult. Hence, I find a middle value so that I can jump from 120 to 100 using this middle value. Understand? So how do I use 20%? Then, in fact, we don't necessarily need to use 20%. We can use 5%, we can use 10%. Basically, the middle value here is a number that 120 and 100 both can be divided by. Okay? Amirul, please don't scold other people's mother, okay? Okay, anyway, coming back. So again, to find the middle value, you find out what 120 and 100 both can be divided by. And that value is 20. Can be 10 also can, 2 also can, 5 also can. Okay, but 20 is easy for me because I know from 120 to 20%, I just divide by 6. So 900 divided by 6 gives me 150. And then from 20% to find 100%, I just times 5. That gives me 750. Okay? Alright, I am going to explain one burning question that some of you may have but don't dare to ask. Okay? I'm going to explain one burning question here. Why we cannot use August as 100%, then July become 80%? Isn't it also 20% difference, right? Some of you may have this idea, right? Oh, August can be 100 what? Then July 80% difference, isn't it 20% still? Let me show it to you, okay? I am going to shift all of this to the side and show you, I hope I'm not blocking, and show you what happens if we use August as 100%, okay? If August is 100%, which is 900, then I can find 10%, which is divide by 10 to give us 90. And then I can find 80%, which is July. And that's times 8, so 720. Okay, some of you got this and it's 720, right? Agree? Some of you have this issue. Like, can what? August is 100, July is 80%. The difference is still 20%. And the numbers still work. And in fact, one of the options is 720. So why is this not correct? Well, if we use July as 720 and August 900, let's check the percentage increase, okay? Let's check if the percentage increase is correct. The percentage increase is supposed to be 20%. Now, the percentage increase here, we check, it's going to be 900 minus 720 over the original, the month before, which is 720, and then times 100%. This is the percentage increase. Sorry, you can't see it. There we go. Okay, this is the percentage increase. I'll answer all the other questions in a second, okay? So keep that with you first. Alright, so 900 minus 720, 900 minus 700 is 80, 80 minus 20, wait, what? 200 minus 20, 180 over 720 times 100%. Okay, then I simplify this, I zoom in, Okay, then I simplify this, I will get 180 and 720, both can divide by 90 to give me 2, 90 to give me 8. And then after that, I simplify again, 8 becomes divide by 720 divided by 90. Okay, 2 becomes 1, 8 becomes 4, 4 becomes 1, 100 becomes 25. So this gives us a percentage increase of 25%. Okay, but the question says the percentage increase is 20%, not 25%. That's why we cannot use this method. I hope I have made myself clear. Okay? Got it? Okay, let me just come back. Let me just come back. Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments as I'm talking. Okay, let me just come back. The wrong method here is to assume that August is 100% and then July gets 80%. That's not correct because the base is the month prior, which is July. Okay, because of the keyword from, that means we are referencing July as our base. So if we use August as 100%, July gets 80% since August is a 20% increase, right? So we just minus 20. When that happens, our number for July is 720. But when we check back, we work backwards and check back the percentage increase, we get 25%, not 20% as per what the question said. So this is not correct. Understand? Does this answer some of your burning questions? Okay, I hope it does. I am going to, wow, I just saw our viewers. I'm going to explain this one more time, okay? For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. We are going through primary school percentage questions, okay? More specifically, PSLE level. And yes, this does come out in PSLE. In fact, it came out in 2016. For some of you who are wondering how is this primary school math, it is indeed. Okay. Alright, so what other questions do we have? Anybody with any other burning questions? I saw one just now. I cannot find that comment anymore, but I caught it earlier. The question was, why we times 5 here, That's because to get from 20% to 100%, I need to times 5. Because I want to find July, and July is 100%. Okay? And to get 100% from 20%, I need to times 5. That's why I times 5 here. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Like that, Ken? For those of you who cannot see the side, I hope you can see all of this that I'm showing. Okay? Alright. This is more for standard math, okay? This is more for standard math, for those of you asking. Okay. Any other questions? Hello, those of you who just joined. Hi. Any other questions? If not, if you understand this, can you help me spam the like button, please? Okay. Oh, I have a question totally unrelated. Do I like K-pop? Yes, a little bit. Standard math is EM2, is it? EM level. EM level is no longer used now, but if I'm not wrong, please somebody correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because EM level is like way back then. Standard math should be EM1, EM2, thereabouts. Foundation math is more for EM3 if I'm not wrong. Okay? And yes, this is P6. Correct. Yep, EM1 is express, yeah, correct. But that's long time ago. We no longer have that labeling now, right? Okay, for those of you who, thank you for your intention. If you want to like but you cannot like, it's okay. Your intention is felt. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to the next question, shall we? Question number 3. I like Blackpink, if you're wondering. I also like Twice. I also like NMIXX. I also like ITZY. Oh, I like so many of them. Okay, let's come back. For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira. We are going through the third question, 3 out of 5 questions that we have here for our Tuesday's live lessons on TikTok and Instagram. Today is on percentage. If you would like to get your hands on our worksheet, they can be found on our Telegram channel. You can just search for MasterMaths PSLE, okay? Alright. Please try this question first. This appeared in 2014 paper 1. So since it's paper 1, please don't use calculator, okay? Please don't use calculator for paper 1 question. After a discount of 25%, the price of a concert ticket is $60. Senior citizens are given a further discount of $12. Yeah, no calculator. Okay, senior citizens are given a further discount of $12. We want to find the total percentage discount given to senior citizens for the ticket. Okay? For those of you who are still talking about K-pop, we can talk after the session, okay? I will stay maybe for about 5 minutes. We can chit-chat. But for now, let's focus our attention on this question. Alright. I'm going to drop you certain things or hints and keywords that you need to focus on, okay? Step 1, you should read this as further discount, and you should think of further discount as different from just discount. Okay, think of how different they are. What's discount versus further discount? Okay, and then second thing that you need to take note of is what they want, total percentage discount. What is it that you need to think about when you see the keywords total percentage discount? Okay? With that, let's give you some time, maybe 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Okay? Please try this question. We can talk about K-pop later, okay? Today's session, we can talk about that after the session. Let's focus our attention on question 3 first. Alright. We usually end around 8:30. Unfortunately, last week we extended. Hence, today I have only given 5 questions. So we will end roughly around 8:30, okay? When the lesson, when we are done with 5 questions. Okay, roughly 8:30 to 8:40 thereabouts. Okay. I see that some of you have answers that are different from mine. In fact, some of your answers are so similar. Quite a number of you have mentioned that it is option 1. Is it option 1? Is it really option 1? What do we think? Now more of you are getting the correct answer. I see more correct answers now. Great. Cherise, you got 55. How did that come about? There's no 55. Something must be wrong. Try that again. Some of you got 20% or so. There's no 20% here. So how can that be correct? What do we think? Yeah, further discount. Yes, further discount. So, I see an SOS. No worries. Let me help you out. Okay, the first thing that you need to remember is what you want to find out. In this case, the total percentage discount. Hence, we are going to talk about the formula for percentage discount. Okay? Whenever I see percentage discount, I must think of a formula. And this formula applies for any question that is asking us for percentage discount. Okay? So, think about the formula. This formula will be percentage discount equals to this total discount over the original cost times 100%. Okay? So this would be what you want to look for. So for those of you who are stuck, first, go and find the original cost. Do you think this is the original cost? Is $60 really the original cost? If it's not, then go and find the original cost. Find this denominator. Okay? All right. Yes, Arif, I remember you, of course. Hello, welcome. Okay, someone, only one person found the original already. How about the rest? We've done this question before, yes. Those of you who attend lessons with MasterMaths, this question is very similar to something that appeared in our notes, right? So I hope you're able to solve this question. Yes, now 2 people have found the original cost. Fantastic. What about the rest? If you found the original cost, how much is this original cost? I have eaten, thank you very much. The original cost is not so big. Okay, so let me run through with you the first few steps, okay? Ready, everybody? Alright, so after a discount of 25%, what I like to tell students is this. When we see our keywords or key phrases that tells us discount, straight away our thought process must be, okay, if discount is 25, how much am I paying for? So, wow, fantastic. Before I even finish saying, some of you write down already. Indeed, we pay for 75%. This part can follow. Okay, again, I'm going to zoom in, okay? If we have a discount of 25%, this means, or your thought process must immediately tell yourself this. I need to pay 75%. Okay? If you don't immediately tell yourself this, you may forget and you may think that you are paying 25%, but that's not correct, yeah? Okay, so discount of 25% means we pay 75%. How I got this 75 is just 100 minus 25. Okay, so far so good. Okay, then after this discount means I need to pay 75%. The price of the ticket is $60. Since we are talking about price means I need to pay for it. So this means the $60 is my 75%. Okay? I need to pay 75% and this $60 is my 75%. Clear so far? Okay, so if I know the price that I'm paying and the percentage that I'm paying for, I can look for the original. Original always means 100%. So my first steps would be 75% of original is $60. I need to find 100% of original. Okay, in between, I can look for 25% first. Again, why 25%? Because 75% and 100% both can divide by 25. Okay, so I can find 25% first. Here, I need to divide by 3. On the other side, I need to times 4. Okay, since it's paper 1, I cannot use calculator. So finding 1% is going to be very hard. So I don't find 1%. If you want, you can find 5%. You can also find 25%. Okay? So I'm going to find 25%. That will be, oops, this is divide 3. 75 divide 3 and then times 4. So on the other side, 60 divide 3 and then times 4, I'm going to end up with $80. Do we understand this part? Okay, what am I doing here? I am looking for the original cost. Okay, this is the original cost. Why do I want original? Because my formula says I need the original. Okay? Yes, you can just go to the washroom. You don't have to ask. Thank you. You are all at home. You can just go to the washroom, okay? Okay, everybody understand so far? Please don't explode, okay? Your brain cannot explode. Relax. Take a step back. One more time. Thought process. Discount means I have to pay the other part or that makes up 100. So when I see 25%, I straight away write down I need to pay 75. If I pay 75 and the price is 60 means 75% is $60. Okay, then straight away I find the original because that is my denominator. So I know this is $80 already. Okay, so now all I need to look for is the total discount at the top. Okay, so let's look for the total discount at the top. The total discount here, the first discount, let me use a different color. The first discount, I'm doing this the long way so that you can really understand each and every step. I'm going to share with you a shorter method in a short while, okay? So the first discount is $80 minus away $60 to give us $20. The second discount is this further discount, which is $12. So total discount would be 20 plus 12 to give us $32. Can? Why am I finding all of this? It's so that I have the numerator, $32. Okay? This is the long method. Of course, the shorter method is to go and find out the original price already. Go and find out the final price, 60 minus 12. Okay, to give us 58. And then 80 minus 58 to give us $32. That's the shorter method. Okay? So the total discount is $32. Can follow? Alright, so far so good. In fact, the first discount is 25%, which is $20. We can straight away jump here already. Okay, so $20 plus $12 gives us $32. Got it? Okay, some of you have gotten it already. So now that I have the total discount, I have the original, and just plug in the formula. So that would be the total percentage discount would be 32 over 80 times 100%. Go and simplify. Can all of this can divide by 8. 32 divided by 8 is 4. 80 divided by 8 is 10. And then I further simplify. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 100 divided by 10 is 10. Final answer, 40%. Okay? Wow, very long. Understand so far? So final answer is indeed option number 2. For those of you who got it, well done. Okay. How are we feeling so far? A little bit tired. For those of you who are a little bit tired, take a quick water break. Stand up, stretch yourself. Make sure you have enough energy to continue for the next 2 questions, okay? Alright. How are we feeling so far? All good? Do we feel better? If you feel good, can you help me spam the like button, please? Thank you. Great. Yes, you got a question. What is your question? For those of you who are feeling tired, stand up, stretch yourself, okay? Move around, drink a bit of water. Hang in there, okay? You can go toilet, go. Don't need to ask me. Okay. You have too much percentage energy. Wow, that's great. Okay. If you feel a bit stressed, you can step away from your studies for a while. Maybe during the weekends. Go for a run. Enjoy some outdoors before you come back and do your work, okay? Alright. Hang in there, everyone. It's just January, okay? Hang in there. Alright. We are going to move on to question number 4. For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira once again, and we are going through the PSLE percentage revision for our live classes on Tuesdays at 7:30 with MasterMaths. If you would like to get your hands on our worksheet, they can be found on our Telegram channel. Just search for MasterMaths PSLE on Telegram and you should be able to find our channel. It should pop up right there and you can join it to get your hands on our worksheet. Okay? Alright. Okay, so I'm going to explain the total percentage discount part here one more time, okay? Alright, so what I have done is I have found the original because percentage discount formula says that I must find the total discount out of the original. So I need 2 things. I need discount, I need original. Okay, I have found original, I plug it into the denominator, which is 80 here. Then the total discount, the first discount is supposed to be 80, but they got it at 60. So the first discount is $20. But senior citizens get a further $12 discount. So the total discount is $32. Okay, they don't have to pay $32 out of this $80. So the total discount is 32 out of 80 times 100%. Okay, step 1, divide 32 and 80 by 8. 32 divided by 8 is 4. 80 divided by 8 is 10. Okay, then we have 4 out of 10 times 100%. Now I can do cross cancellation. 100 divided by 10 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. I can further simplify this into 1 and 10. So I'm left with 4 times 10, which is 40. That's how I got 40%. Okay? Alright, this portion here, yes, is the cross cancellation method here, yes. Okay? Everybody understand? How I got the 3 and 4? That's because, I believe you're asking this portion, that's because I want to go from 75% to 100%. And I know that 75%, this comes with practice, huh? I know that 75% and 100% both can divide by 25. So I use 25 as a middle value. If this is too difficult for you, you can find instead 5% first. So 75% is $60. Go and find 5%. This one, if I'm not wrong, divide by 15. Then I can find 100%. The reason why I'm doing this is so that I can find 100%. Okay? So from 5 to 100, I need to times 20. So this would be $4, and then this would be $80. Understand? Does this answer your question? Okay? The reason why I don't find 1%, okay, I can again do 75% is $60, and then I can find 1%, and then I can find 100%. So that's $60 divided by 75. Why I don't want to do this is because I cannot use calculator. How am I going to take 60 divided 75? If you are good with fractions, you are good with all of these numbers, this is easy for you, go ahead. Of course you can do that. But if it's too difficult for you, just use 25% or 5% as a middle value, okay? Clear? I cannot minus, to jump from one percentage to the next, I cannot do a subtraction. I can only divide and multiply, okay? So please take note of that. It's like finding 1 unit or 25 units in this case. Okay? Alright, let's move on to question number 4. Oh dear, we are left with 10 minutes. Okay, question number 4. Everybody ready? Ready? Okay. I'm making you Miss Primary School. That's nice. Okay, question number 4 is a 2013 PSLE paper 2 question. It appeared in question 5 of paper 2. Please take a moment to read this question while I take a sip of water. Then we will go through, okay? Okay, how do we feel so far? All good? Alright, so let's go through question 13. This appeared in our lesson notes as well. So if you would like to join our center and our weekly classes, please feel free to go on to our registration page at mastermaths.com.sg and apply with us, okay? So this question, fantastic. You did this with Coach Irfan, wonderful. This question appeared in 2013 PSLE paper 2. So let's talk about it, okay? Now, Gerald was given a fixed amount of pocket money each month. In January, he spent $50 and saved the rest. In February, he spent 10% less and his savings increased by 25%. So this question has given us a fixed amount of pocket money. This is important to note. Okay, if it's not fixed amount, then whatever method that we are going to use will not work anymore. Okay, it has to be a fixed amount. Alright. We do teach Sec 4 classes as well. For those of you who are wondering, we teach from primary 1 all the way to O levels. Okay? Alright, anyway, coming back. So we have a fixed amount of pocket money. I'm going to show you an example here, okay? Let's see if I can show you over here. Okay, example. Day 1, I have $10. I decide to save $5 and I will therefore spend $5. Okay, this is just an example. Day 2, I have again $10. This time round, I decide to save a little bit more, $7. Therefore, I will spend only $3. Okay, what you're going to notice is this. From $5 to $7, I am going to add another $2. I'm saving $2 more. Okay, I'm saving $2 more. Fixed salary or fixed amount of pocket money means every month is the same. Okay, it doesn't change. It keeps being the same every month. Okay, so if I save additional $2, I'm going to spend $2 less. Notice here, I'm going to spend $2 less. Don't think you can see. I'm going to move this a little bit, okay? So this is what it's going to look like. Okay? So far so good? Can I? Yeah, okay, great. So what we are noticing is this. The increment and the decrement must be the same because the number or the value cannot just disappear. My $5, how come become $7? This $2 cannot just come from the sky. It must come from spending less money. Okay? So the amounts will not change. So the most important takeaway that you need to remember for a fixed amount of pocket money is this. Your increment and decrement must be the same. Okay? That means the increase in savings or the decrease in spendings the decrease in the amount spent is the same as the increase in the amount saved. Okay? Understand so far? Can follow? Okay, one more time. Sorry. One more time. The decrease in the amount spent, he spent 10% less, but the decrease in the amount spent must be the same as the increase in the amount saved. Using this example on the side, we can see that. Okay, if one of it goes up by $2, the other must come down by also $2, like a seesaw. Okay? So with that, okay, let's continue. So with that, I just need to find out what is the decrease in the amount spent. So he spent 10% less. So 100% that he spent is $50. So 10% less that he spends will be 50 divided by 10 to give us $5. So he is going to spend $5 less. Okay? He's going to spend $5 less. Got it? Sorry. I will move, okay? Sorry. Does PSLE student, are they allowed to use highlighter to highlight keywords? Yeah, can. Just not in the equations that they are writing, okay? If you want to highlight keywords in your own worksheet, that's fine. But not in your own workings. Okay, come on, let's continue. So 10% spendings is $5. Therefore, this $5 must be the same as the increase in savings, also $5. Okay, so let me zoom in here. So this would be also $5. Hence, on the other side, the increase 25% in savings will also be $5. Therefore, we can find the 100% of the savings, and that will be $5 times 4 to give us $20. Okay? Can see now? All clear? Okay, I want to find all of his savings and all of his spendings. Alright, therefore, the total pocket money will be all of the spendings plus all of the savings. All of the spendings means 100%. All of the savings also means 100%. So I am looking for $50 plus another $20 to give me a total of $70. Okay? Yes, add 50 and 20, correct. All okay? All right. Okay, stay with me for the last question. Okay? Did Gerald spend $5 in February? No. This means that he spent 10% less, which means he spent $5 less in February, which means he spent $45 in February. 50 minus 5, okay? $45. Alright, so our final answer here would be $70. Phew, that was question 4. Those of you who got correct, fantastic work. So happy for you guys. Okay, let's go on to the final question, shall we? Alright. Okay, why so much working? That's how you find the correct answer, okay? All of this is not working. This one is just explanation. All of this portion also explanation. So your workings is only here, and here, and here. That's all. Okay? Alright, so why times 4? From 25% to go to 100, I need to times 4, right? From 25 to 100, that's 4 times of 25 to give us 100. Okay? That's why times 4. That's why here also times 4. Because I want to find 100%. Because I want all of the savings. All means 100%. Okay? Alright, I'm going to move on in 5 seconds. If you have no more questions, I'm going to move on in 5 seconds. Ready? 5, 4. How many marks for this question? This is paper 2 question 5. 2 marks. 2 marks. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's move on. Why isn't the total spending $45? Well, if you want the total spending to be $45, then your savings will increase to become $25. Okay? This one, remember, we want all the spending. So all the spending means 100%. That's why it's 50, not 45. Okay, the $45, it's because of 10% less. So that will no longer be 100%. Okay? Yes, I'm so sorry. 3, 2, 1 already. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Question 5. Last one. This one is very tough. This one is very tough. Okay? Really very tough. Question 5. But hang in there. I'm going to help you out. Ready? We are going to go through the last question. And I promise you, the last question will only have, let me try to recall, 10, 5, 3 steps only. Then get the answer ready. That's it. 3 steps, get the answer, finish. Okay? This appeared in question 13. I cannot remember whether it's a 4-mark or 5-mark question. I believe it's a 4-mark question. Either a 4 or 3-mark around there, okay? I believe that's the mark allocation for this one. Okay, so I am going to go through the last one here. If you have just joined and you are not doing PSLE this year, or you've already done PSLE, you are in uni or you're a parent right now, please come and join us for this very interesting last question. Seems very difficult, but we only need 3 steps. Promise you, we only need 3 steps. Okay? Of course, these 3 steps is 3 equations. And to solve this, I'm going to draw a model. Drawing a model will be very easy for you to visualize. Okay? Alright, let's take a look. The participants of a quiz are divided equally into 2 groups. In the first group, there are 20 more boys than girls. So I have more boys by 20. And in the second group, there are 12 more girls than boys. So this time around, I got more girls. Okay? We are told that 45% of all the participants are girls. How many participants are boys? Alright, so how do we solve this? How do we solve this? I have not written anything yet. I have just only highlighted, okay? The app that I'm using, okay. The app that I'm using, for those of you wondering, it's called Notability. I don't gatekeep, okay? It's called Notability, but this one I think you need to pay on iPad. I'm using Notability on iPad. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Okay, cannot hear? Why cannot hear? Test. Should be can. Yeah, should be fine. Okay, the worksheet can be found here on our Telegram channel. Okay? MasterMaths PSLE Telegram channel. Alright, let's go through. Ready? Okay, welcome. I don't know why I got so excited. Okay, let's go through this question right now. I am going to show you how to solve this question using a model method. Once you draw the model method, it becomes so clear, so simple. Without model method, it seems like you don't have a lot of information. You only know the difference between the boys and girls in group 1, the difference between the boys and girls in group 2, and the number or the percentage of participants that are girls, which is 45%. Thank you, Jaden, once again. Okay, so let me show you. I have boys and I have girls. I am going to draw the boys and the girls as 2 separate bars. Now, I know that there's 2 groups, and I'm going to separate the groups using colors for you guys, okay? Now, if 45% of the participants are girls, this means that boys must be 100% minus 45% to give us 55%. Agree? Okay, up until this point should be fine, right? So I know that the boys must be 55% and the girls must be 45%. Okay? That's about it for now. I am using purple to show you group 1. For group 1, I have 20 more boys than girls. So this is the boys. And this is the girls with additional 20. This is group 1. Okay. For those of you who cannot differentiate the colors, please let me know, okay? I am not so sure how it will turn out on your screen, but is everybody able to differentiate between purple and green? For those of you who can't differentiate, please let me know, okay? Is everybody able to differentiate between purple and green? Cannot, is it? Okay, let me choose something else. Purple and... What about orange? Is it too bright? Is orange too bright? Was this okay? Can or not? Can I? Okay. All okay, ah? Alright, let me know if you cannot see, okay? Because I understand some of you may have some issues with looking at certain colors. So those cannot see. Lama. Wait, hang on a second. Okay, brown. What about brown? Better now? Maybe I change this to pink, slightly brighter, okay? Alright. Oh my goodness. One sec. Okay, pink versus brown, okay? Pink versus brown. So group 1 is in pink. All this is group 1. So far can follow group 1? Boys have 20 more than girls in group 1, okay? Then in group 2, this one not yet counting the steps, okay? I say 3 steps, right? But the 3 steps are my equations, huh? Okay, then group 2, I have 12 more girls than boys. I am going to draw my girls longer than boys by 12. This is boys, this is girls, and we have extra 12. This is group 2. Okay, let me highlight for you also, okay? Group 1, I will fill it with pink. And, oopsies, can't see. Group 1, I will fill it with pink. And group 2, I will fill it with brown or maybe blue. Okay, this is group 2. Can? Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm just showing you group 1 versus group 2, okay? This is 20. This is 12. Can or not? You want me to remove away the colors? Can? So far, okay, ah? You don't draw the model, you cannot visualize the steps that I'm going to show you, okay? So I remove the colors, see whether this is okay for you. So group 1 is in pink. There are 20 more boys than girls. So boys and girls, but boys has extra 20. Group 2, I got 12 more girls than boys. So this is group 2. I mix them up so that I can compare between boys and girls. So far can follow? Wow, very good. Yes, some of you were able to read the model already. Fantastic. So the difference here between the boys and the girls is this portion here, which is 8 participants, and this must be 10%. Because boys got 55, girls got 45, difference is 10%. Okay? Therefore, my 3 steps, I'm going to start my 3 steps already. The difference between boys and girls is 10%, which is 8 people. Okay? So now I want to find 5% first. I can find 1%, no issues. But finding 5% is easy for me. 8 divided by 2 to give us 4. Therefore, the boys, which is 55%, will be 4 times 11 to give us 44. Done. That's it. Finish. Understand? Okay? Can follow? All right. Wow. Thank you for joining our live today, okay? For those of you who just joined, unfortunately, we are done with all our 5 questions. If you understand so far, please help me spam the like button. 8 times 5.5 also can. If you understand so far, please help me spam the like button. Thank you very, very much. I am going to stay a little bit longer to answer some of the burning questions that you may have. Okay, and yes, I can explain slowly. I will explain it in a second. Okay, I can explain it in a second. Somebody is saying, don't jump lah, just explain how you get 1%. Okay, I like to jump because sometimes the number difficult for me to divide to get 1%. But if you can use calculator, like this one appear in paper 2, right? Can use calculator, so yes, you can find 1%. Okay? It just doesn't make sense for me because 1% will be a decimal. How can a person be a decimal? That's why. Okay? How to get to 5%? From 10 to go to 5, I just need to divide by 2. That's why I divide by 2. Okay? For those of you who understand and you are saying bye, thank you for joining. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you for joining our live today. Thank you so much. I hope you have learned something today. We will see each other again next week on Tuesday at 7:30, okay? Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll stay and explain to you this question one more time, okay? For those of you who are not so sure. Okay. All right. Okay, why times 11? From 5 to 55, I need to times 11. Okay? From 5 to 55, I need to times 11. I'm going to explain one more time, okay? Some of you are very, very uncomfortable with using 5%. No issues. I mentioned before, no issues. You can also find 1%, guys. So 10% is 8 people. 1% would be 8 divided by 10. Then you get 8 over 10, 0.4, right? 0.8, what am I saying? 0.8. Then you can find 55%. So then that's 55 times 0.8. You should also get 44. Okay? Why I don't want to do this is because how does it make sense to me when we are talking about people? How can there be 0.8 of a person? That's why it doesn't make sense to me. Hence, I prefer using 5%. It doesn't matter to you. Okay? If you want to find 5%, you want to find 1%, also can. As long as eventually you find 55. Understand? Okay? Alright. Okay, this is indeed a tuition center. We are from MasterMaths. If you would like to join our live lessons, we go on live every Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Today, we have completed or we have covered percentage. The next lesson will be on Tuesday again, next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Okay? Alright. If you want to join our tuition center, you can come and join us by applying for our programs on mastermaths.com.sg. Okay, you can also try out first a free trial with us before you go and decide whether this is a good fit for you. Alright? Okay, before we go on, I'm going to explain this one more time in a second, okay? Before we go on and say our goodbyes, while more of you are still here, let me just quickly share that we also have our PSLE Science live stream by Coach Sher. It happens every Mondays at 7:30. Same time, but on Mondays, okay? This is with Coach Sher. On Mondays at 7:30 p.m., you can go ahead and get your resources on Brainy Mo Science on Telegram, where you can get all of free resources, okay? All of free resources for science is at Brainy Mo Science. Okay? Alright. So far, okay, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a fruitful Tuesday night with us. I hope you have learned something. I'm going to repeat this question one more time. Question number 5. And then I will answer more questions that you may have in a second, okay? Next week will likely not be about percentage anymore. If you would like to learn other topics, you would like me to discuss other things, next live lesson, you can type it in, okay? What would you like me to discuss? Alright, for those of you who just came in and have missed out questions 1 to 4, please feel free to watch our recording on YouTube. And yes, we do provide our recording of our live lessons there as well, okay? And I will also provide the answer key on our Telegram channel, alright? We have already covered fractions, but it's a big topic. We will cover it again in the future months, okay? So don't worry about that. Now I'm going to explain this question once more, yeah? Okay, so first of all, we know that there are two groups. The first group has 20 more boys than girls. The second group has 12 more girls than boys. We also know that 45% of all the participants are girls, which means boys is 55%. Okay? Therefore, I have grouped them up into the boys and the girls. Although they are from different groups, I have drawn out the boys as one bar, the girls as another bar. Okay? One is 55% for the boys, the girls will be 45%. Alright? Okay. Then afterwards, we are told that in group 1, the boys is 20 more than the girls. Hence, I have drawn in pink the group 1. Okay, group 1 people, the boys is 20 more than the girls. In group 2, the girls is 12 more than the boys. So this is what it looks like. Okay, the girls is 12 more than the boys. So this is what it looks like. Got it? Okay. So then I can find the difference. Why is there an empty space here? Because there is only 45% of girls. Okay, so this would be our 8 people. So 8 people will be the difference between the boys and the girls, which is 10%. So 10% of all the people is 8. 5% will be 4. If you are so uncomfortable with 5%, you can find 1%, which is 0.8. Okay, and then later on find the boys, which is 55%, which is what the question wants, 55%, to give us 44 boys. Okay? Alright. Any other questions? Okay, let me check. I have a question here. Let me check if this works. Okay, somebody is asking, if there's 50 boys and 46 girls, can it work? The difference between 50 and 46 is 4 people only, so it doesn't work. On top of that, if you have 50 boys and 46 girls, your percentage of boys will not be 55% like the question says. The percentage of girls will also not be 45%. So that cannot be the answer, okay? So I hope I've answered that. We cannot have 50 boys and 46 girls. Okay, anything else? Is there any tips for P6? There's so many tips for P6. Depending on what topic we are talking about, there's so many tips here and there. Okay, but just to share with you some of the tips that we have gone through today, just a minor few tips, okay? Number 1, when we see conversion from percentage to fraction, we just have to copy down what we see, change percent into out of 100, because percentage means out of 100. Okay? Give me a second, I will jump to question 4 in a second, okay? So 0.03% means 0.03 out of 100. This applies to any other questions as well, where we got to convert percentage into fraction. Step 1, copy down, and then write down out of 100. And then step 2, to get rid of decimal point, we move the decimal point to the back by the number of times that we see the decimal place as. So if this is 2 decimal places, I need times 100. So that's one of the tips that I shared for question 1. Some other tips is identifying the base for question 2. Okay, using the keyword from, so that you can identify your correct 100%. So that's another tip. And then in question 3, when we have discount, the other tip that I shared was to straight away think of what you need to pay, how many percent you need to pay. Okay, and when we see percentage discount, always think of the formula. Alright, so those are some of the tips that I shared today, just for percentage only, yeah? Okay, I'm going to share with you how to solve question 4 one more time, okay? Because some of you still don't understand. One more time, yeah? Gerald was given a fixed amount of pocket money. Because it's fixed amount, let me show you using an example. If every day I got fixed amount, one day I decide to save more and spend less, then I must realize that from $5 to $7, the increment will be equal to the decrement in my spendings, like a seesaw. If one goes up, the other must come down by the same amount. Okay? I hope this part clear. Okay, because it's a fixed amount or a fixed total, if one goes up, the other must come down by the same amount. Okay? So in the same manner, if I got a fixed amount of pocket money, my decrease in spendings, they say he spent less. He spent less. This amount, how much money that he spent less, must go into his savings. How much money he increased his savings by. Okay? So, if this is 10% less, at first he spent $50, then he spent 10% less. This 10% less, this $5 that you have found, must go into the savings. And that is what contributed to the 25% increment. His savings increased by 25% because of this $5. So, 25% of the savings is $5. Okay? So with that, you want to find the total pocket money. Pocket money is broken down into two parts, savings and spendings. All of the pocket money means I want all of the spendings and all of the savings, the two things. All means 100%. So I need 100% of the spendings and 100% of the savings. 100% of the spendings is $50. 100% of the savings is $20. So that gives us $70 as his pocket money. Okay? So I hope you have understand this now. Better? Okay, well, I still see quite a number of you still tuning in online. Thank you for joining me. I have already actually ended this live quite some time back already, about 5 minutes ago. And I have just gone through questions again. If you have more questions, I am going to stay for another 3 minutes. Okay? Otherwise, I would go through the next live together with you on a new topic. Okay? Can go through question 3 again. Okay, can. No problem. Question 3, yeah? Let me take a sip of water. Very thirsty suddenly. Okay, give me a second, yeah? Oh, no worries, Cherise. See you next week. Bye-bye. Okay, you loved my explanation. Thank you very much. Means a lot. Okay, I'm going to explain question 3 one more time, okay? Ready? One more time, huh? After a 25% discount, so thought process, discount 25%, straight away your brain must tell you, pay 75%. Where did 75 come from? Where did 75 come from? It's because of 100% minus 25%. So you got to pay 75%. Okay? Hi, Maddie. Okay. Then, once I know I need to pay 75%, they say the price is $60. Every time you see the word price, right? Price means it's something that you need to pay. Agree? So, whenever you see discounted price or the price of something, it's what you need to pay. Hence, this price becomes your 75%. Okay? So, after the discount, you need to pay 75%, which is $60. Hence, my very first step, 75% is $60. Okay? Alright. Then, they tell us that senior citizens are given further discount of $12. So, it means, right now, everybody don't need to pay the full price. They only pay $60. Then, on top of that, if you are a senior citizen, you get $12 discount some more. Means, out of this $60, you just take 60 minus 12 to give you 48. Okay? So, you only need to pay $48. Okay? So, then they ask us to find a total percentage discount. Again, every single time you see the key phrase total percentage discount or percentage discount, you should straight away think of the formula. Percentage discount is total discount over the original, and I multiply this by 100%. This is the formula that you must memorize, right? It won't come out to in the exams for you, so you got to memorize this, okay? Alright, so this means that the question is asking us to find total percentage discount. So I need two things. I need the total discount and I need the original. Then I can plug in the values into the formula. Okay? So if I know 75%, I can find original straight away, which is 100%. So 75% is $60, 100% will be $80. Okay? So far can follow, yeah? So now that I have found the original, I already found the denominator. I am still missing a numerator. So I need to find out how much is the total discounts I was given. Okay? So the total discounts I was given. At first, it's $80. Later on, they say there's a discount. I only need to pay $60. That means my first discount, $20, I don't need to pay. Okay? Then my second discount is $12. For the senior citizens, they get further discount of $12. So in total, $32 discount. Okay? Alright, so 32 out of 80, I have found my numerator, my denominator. I plug it in. Then I just have to simplify to give me 40%. Okay? Work your way slowly, simplify to give you 40%. Clear? How to find the percentage difference? What do you mean the percentage difference? We are not asking for percentage difference. They ask us for percentage discounts. So the percentage discounts here means total discount over original. This is formula that we must memorize. Huh? Does that answer your question? I hope it does. Okay. Wow. So many of you still following and listening along. Thank you very much. I have already ended the live quite some time back actually. But if you would like to listen in, please feel free. Thank you for joining still. Do we have any other questions? Yes? No? I am going to stay for another 2 minutes to listen into whatever other questions that you may have. It may be related to this question. It may be other things that you might have. Anything else? If not, we are going to end the live already. Thank you so much for still liking and following and sharing with your friends. We really appreciate it. I hope you have had a fruitful time learning with us. I will see you guys again next week, okay? Next week, 7:30 on Tuesday for yet another math live lesson with MasterMath. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Yes, anybody with question? I see somebody say teacher. What does formula original mean? Original means the original price without the discount. So original is always your 100%. Does this answer your question? The formula is this one. Must memorize. They ask us for the original in the denominator. Original means the original cost without any discount, which means I want 100%. Original always means 100%. Okay, does this answer your question? Yes, huh? Alright, thank you very much, everybody. Bye. I'm going to end in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining. Good night. Remember to eat well, sleep well, and drink more water. Bye.